Welcome in, everybody. It's the Coach Matthew Mitchell Show, and I am your host, Coach Matthew Mitchell. So happy to be back with you again this week. Want you to make sure you are coming each and every week to the Coach Matthew Mitchell Show. Want you to subscribe, of course, wherever you get your podcast. I want you to subscribe. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I'm not sure what else we're on, but I think we're just about everywhere. But wherever you are, we'd love for you to subscribe to the podcast. We are in the midst of an exciting series about principles. And this week's episode, we are going to review how principles power your performance. And we're going to start breaking down what our principles are. And if you've listened to this show or consumed really any of our content, you know we believe in the winning tools, which is honesty, hard work, and discipline. Those are our principles. So we're going to break that down for you over the coming weeks. Principles, power, performance. How did that topic come up? How did that topic come to mind? Well, I am now currently the head women's basketball coach at the University of Houston. Go Cougs. And we are in the midst of building this program and moving a program that has underperformed into high performance. Solving underperformance is what we have been doing out in the corporate world for the last 4 years. But the 15 years prior to that, to being out in the corporate world, we were coaching college basketball, 2 programs that we used these principles to turn around and move them into high performance. We solved underperformance in both of those programs at Morehead State University. The year before we took over, we won 5 games. We increased that by 11 in 1 year. We won 16 games and advanced to the semifinals of our conference tournament, which was something that had not happened in quite some time at Morehead State. And so we were able in 2 years to really get that program on the pathway of high performance. Then 13 years at the University of Kentucky, and able to move that program from just pockets of success, some success, and we were able to solve the problem of underperformance, and we moved into high performance, into sustained success. And so now this opportunity at Houston, we have a track record, and we know we can win. We know we can be successful. We know we can establish a high-performing program. We know we can have sustained success. And why do we know that? And that's why we are doing this series. We are going to start and rely on our principles. And our principles will power our performance. And so I have so many things happening right now as we build the program. I'm hiring staff. We're constructing the roster. We're getting our academic program in place. We are connecting to the community. We are generating excitement for the team. We are connecting to donors to the team. We are connecting into opportunities for the players to really succeed in this new era of college basketball. And so there's a financial piece component to it now that did not exist before. This is the first time I'm coaching in this environment, and it's all very exciting, but it's all happening at the same time. And so what I am noticing is that my principles are doing 3 things for me. So I ask you to take some time to get clear on your principles and really, really focus in on what anchors you. And a principle is a fundamental truth that serves as the foundation for your system of belief or your system of behavior. That's what a principle is. A fundamental truth that serves as the foundation for your system of belief or your system of behavior. That is what a principle is. And so My principles are informing my belief that we can get this done, and my behavior working through all of the challenges that I face building and taking a basketball program from underperformance into high performance. And so, wherever you are on your arc and on your success and your growth continuum, wherever you are, I think this is a great time to pause and examine your principles. So, our principles, again, I said it at the top: honesty, hard work, discipline. Honesty is helping me stay clear on what I need to do. Hard work is helping me stay confident as we go through all the activities and all the tasks that we must complete, and we must complete with excellence. But hard work's giving me confidence, and discipline is giving me a sense of calm in what a lot of people on the outside looking in would think is probably a very chaotic situation. I've actually found that my winning tool of discipline is keeping me incredibly calm. And that is because I am using my principles each and every day to move us toward success. I am the leader, and I must lead well in this very dynamic, very challenging environment. But there's so much opportunity here, and there's so much that I am learning as I'm going through this process, and I'm so happy to share it with you. So we're going to do a 3-week series. So this week, and we've got 2 more. But in this week's episode, what I'm going to do for you is show you how honesty is keeping me clear, keeping my mind clear, and why it's important, how to do it, and why it's going to be important for you to engage in how your principles can power your performance. Okay, so let's get into the content for this week. So honesty is the baseline principle that we operate by. It's the tool that we start with, and it's what I would recommend anybody who wants sustained success, who wants high performance. I would tell you this is a great principle to start with: honesty. The way we teach honesty in the winning tools is to activate that tool and to make it so productive for you. We have to get in touch with humility, which is an accurate view of yourself. We have to get in touch with gratitude, which opens up and allows you to recognize all the immense opportunities you have. And we want a high level of dependability, because people will only trust you as much as they can depend on you. And so those 3 things are the components of making honesty a really, really powerful tool for your success. So what I'm noticing now is that in this process of taking Houston women's basketball into a high performance mode and completing all of the work that I have to complete, I've been able to stay really clear. Honesty has allowed me to be really clear on where we need to go, what we need to do, and how we need to do it. All right. And so there's 2 components that I want to discuss with you this week on honesty producing a clear mind for you. All right. So the first thing we have to do, the first thing honesty allows me to do is to get clear. Get clear. In Mississippi, we say get, G-I-T. I'm trying to say get clear, but I'm not sure that's coming through real well. So let's just go back let's just keep it authentic. And honesty allows me to get clear, and then honesty allows me to stay clear. So let's work through those 2 things today on the episode, and let me teach you what I'm noticing and how it's benefiting me by using and being rooted in the principle and letting the principle of honesty power my performance. So what does getting clear mean? That is, I need to acquire the knowledge of the circumstances we're in, and I need to figure out in this stage of honesty, helping me get clear on how to move forward in all of these dynamic pieces that are a women's basketball program. So very quickly today, I'm going to just take one important piece of what we're doing, and it is the most important piece. And honesty helps me get clear on this most important piece as we begin the process of moving Houston women's basketball into high performance. And that one thing is people. The first thing I have to obtain and acquire and get clear on are the people who we invite into this program and the people who we give the responsibility to and share the responsibility with to get the job done. So there is a staff component. Have to fill out a coaching staff, and then I have to fill out a roster. And so we need to acquire talented, high character students and high character and talented basketball players, because that's the most important thing in our program, the people. So when I'm being honest and I start to look at what I want success to be and how I'm going to define success at the University of Houston and move us into high performance, the most important thing, if I'm being honest, are people. So there's all sorts of things that you could put in front of that. You could say, I need to make sure that we have the financial resources in place. I need to focus on what facilities we have in place. I need to focus on what the budgets are. I need to focus on what campus life is like. I need to focus on the parking situation. All of these things that I just mentioned, by the way, are very important and extremely important. But if I'm being honest and I'm using the winning tool of honesty and I get clear on what's the most important thing, that's what honesty allows me to do. It's the people. And so as I am building out my staff, I have to pay attention to very important factors. We've said this before on the podcast. We have to get 3 things from staff members. We have to get clear on those 3 things, and we have to get those 3 things. That is skill, competency, and that's energy. So as I was looking for a staff, I was clear, I was honest. It became clear those 3 things are so important. Now, when you think about players, the same thing is true. They have to have the talent. They have to have enough talent to play at the highest level of college basketball. And they have to have the skill and competency to play in the Big 12 conference. That's the athletic conference that we compete in. And it's one of the Power 4 conferences, which means it's one of the top levels of competition in collegiate basketball. They have to have enough talent to play at a championship level. And then they have to have the correct energy. So that's a positive attitude. That's a can-do attitude. That's a principled-based attitude where they are embracing honesty, hard work, and discipline every day. And so their energy has to be right. So we have to get to 3 yeses on that. And I have to get clear on those kinds of people. So you can see that honesty is so powerful in allowing me to get clear on the right kind of people. And I'm very excited about what we've been able to do and accomplish. And the most important building block to our high performance and our eventual success. And it will always be the most important thing in sustaining success. So wherever that shows up in your business, you have to get clear on what you feel like is most important. You have to be honest with yourself, and that honesty leads you to a clear mind. Now, once we get clear on what we need, honesty also helps us stay clear on what we need. When we stay clear, we remain in the truth that has emerged, and we stay vigilant, and we remain focused. We remain clear on the right kind of people to bring into the program. And so honesty allows me to ask the question over and over, does the person have the talent? Does the person have the skill? Does the person have the energy? And it allows me to stay there. I'm honest. And so listen, we all have two decisions every day that we are in charge of that no one can do for us. And that is our effort. That is our attitude. We are in charge as people of our attitude and of our effort. And I have relayed this many times, and I will repeat it to you another time. I will be teaching our players and our staff at Houston that there are two things we must be in charge of, and there's two things that we will demand a person does well, and that will be their attitude and that will be their effort. They are in charge. I can create the environment, but I can't make you have a good attitude. Listener or viewer of this podcast, I want you to know how important this is. You must have that attitude that every day allows you to show up as the best version of yourself. And you need to commit to giving the effort every day that allows you to move yourself forward, but more importantly, your team forward. So staying clear and being honest helps me stay clear, and it helps me evaluate day after day that person's talent. That is going to be established. And then what you do with the talent is you make sure that they recognize that, they remember that, and they are stepping into their potential because you know already they do have the talent. The skill, encouraging your people to stay focused, to stay clear on acquiring their skill, acquiring more skill, becoming more skilled, but deploying that skill in a productive manner. And then a big, big job of me, and honesty leads me to staying clear on this, is to monitor the energy and people's attitude. And when your attitude is not where it's supposed to be or where it can be or where we expect it to be, then it's my job to honestly bring that to the table, bring that to the forefront. And so you as the leader, you need to do this for yourself and you need to do this for your team. And it's a gift you're going to give to yourself when you use the winning tool of honesty to get clear on what you need to do to step into sustained success, what you need to do to step into high performance. And you need to use the winning tool of honesty to help you stay clear on what moves you to high performance. This is critical for me at this time, but I have been so encouraged and quite frankly, I've been so excited to discover that all of the work that I've done over the years of developing my leadership and paying attention to my leadership and staying in a growth mindset and investing in my personal growth, investing in my leadership development, it is now allowing me to operate at a very, very high level in my leadership in what is an extremely challenging environment, a tall, tall task that's ahead, but I am not coming in fearful. I'm coming in excited and I'm coming in clear. And it has been so, so useful. So I hope you will really absorb this episode. It's going to help you make so many moves toward high performance. I'm telling you, I'm excited just talking to you about this. Come back next week and we will continue this series on principles, power, performance, and you're going to get real world, real live, up-to-date action that is happening in my life and in my leadership journey real time here at the University of Houston. And if you want to follow us and follow this journey, we're documenting the basketball part of it on uhcougars.com. We are on social. I believe it is UHCougarWBB, but you're smart enough. You can find that. You can find that on the socials, but we're posting stuff all the time. You can find me on social at Coach Matthew Mitchell, and we are definitely Excited to be in this process. We're excited to be moving toward high performance here at Houston. Go to coachmatthewmitchell.com. Plenty of resources there to help your journey of personal growth, to help you step into high performance, to solve underperformance. Go to coachmatthewmitchell.com and go buy the books. Go buy the books. Winning Tools, Ready to Win, available everywhere you buy books online. So keep it going. Keep using the winning tools. Honesty, hard work, discipline. They are going to power your performance. So until next week, you go get them. Go you. Go Cougs. We are rocking and rolling here in Houston. We'll see you next week, everybody.